In fundamentals this week, you're going to be looking at some elbow options. Let's look at those. Elbow number 2, attacker to the side. Yes! 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 Elbow number 3. Yes! Yes! And elbow number 4. Yes! Yes! So, elbows, almost by definition, are very, very close range. From the shoulder to the elbow is not very long, so we've got to create force in whatever way that we can. So obviously, most people when they think of elbows, they think of kind of spinning. Let's first look at this, what we refer to as elbow number 3. It's an elbow attack to someone that is behind us. So we got a couple of options. First of all, let's look and see if they're kind of lined up right here beside my elbow. This will be the easiest one. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to have to assess the situation. I can't just necessarily throw this blindly, so we might as well throw a very, very brief moment to assess. So we call this the Batman pose. Whoa! One side is going to protect my head. The other one's going to come up in this little Batman type of structure here. That's number 1. Okay, so step number 1 is to assess the situation. Make sure it's not grandma just kind of waking you up and giving you your car keys. Okay, now from here, I'm going to take my hip, shoulder, and I'm even going to allow my foot to kind of rotate on the ball of the foot and drive the first couple of inches behind the actual elbow bone. But this WWE portion right here, I'm going to drive that into the target. Now, in real life, of course, I'll immediately kind of square up and continue the fight. But right now, I am isolating this strike. So, straight here. 1, oh my gosh, assess the situation, guard the other side, throw the strike. Hip, shoulder, and weapon, rotating around and driving. Of course, my target right now is the WWE elbow, bam, right in the face. I could go into the throat, whatever, but this is a strike towards the back. Now, keep in mind that I might be close enough to just spin and hit this, like in this particular case. I might have to drive my body a little bit in that direction. So keep that in mind as you learn this. Now, what if I need to throw this rear elbow, but the attacker is directly behind? So they're not here, so I might have to do a little body English. I'm gonna have to turn to the side. I'm gonna have to rotate my body, get my head out of the way, and instead of throwing it back this way, I'm gonna throw it back high and down here. So the number 3 elbow could be in either one of these. Here or number 3 elbow. Now, again, if I have a little more space, even just a tad, that elbow is actually not going to hit soundly, so I can always switch this and use the rest of the arm and make it, instead of an elbow number 3, but it's a hammer fist, a rear hammer fist, okay? So again, right here, that's great, but even right here, I would miss, right? So I let the rest of it go. Hitting with the hammer portion, driving the elbow past the target, just like I would if I were hitting the target, and then just letting the rest of it flip and drive out and strike the target. So a good drill for this is to throw the short one, kind of step away, and then throw the other one. Close, maybe super close. Oh my gosh, this up high, that's an elbow number 3. That's an elbow number 3. And this is a hammer fist to the rear. All right, elbow number 3. The same principles apply to elbow number 4. So what we're saying is that this is very close range. Perhaps there's a bear hug type situation, and now the only space that I can take control of is just very, very close to my body. So I'm driving the same portion, usually into the solar plexus. It's pretty simple. Maybe I'm in that same situation where they're square behind me. So instead of throwing it straight back, I'm gonna have to throw it at a slight angle. Driving my hips out of the way, creating a little space, and I'm always protecting myself at all times. Now, elbow number 2. We're talking about a situation that may not come up a lot, but the target is not directly in front of me. That's elbow number 1, which you probably have worked on before. Not here, nor is it back here, but now it's more to the side. So I'm just doing the same thing like I would in that elbow number 3, except instead of driving it backwards, I'm just going to drive it to the side. So there's a little bit of body English going on here, depending upon how much space I have to operate in. So, and right here, just driving it straight in there. I don't need a lot of speed on this to create some damage. Just right there, right in the nose, right in the throat. The target is to my side. Elbows 2, 3, and 4.